Okay, good evening everyone. My name is Pete W. I am here to do commentary tonight for the Late Breakers Racing Club. Tonight is round 9. It is one of my personal favourite tracks. I know there's been a lot of talk in the groups, in the Discord, about not a lot of people liking it, but I personally love Interlagos and really happy to be on board to bring this race to you. This is my first stream in quite some time, so please bear with me, but I hope the sound quality is good. So we are going to be doing the format for this league is a short 18-minute qualifying followed by a 50% race, which here at Interlagos is 36 laps. Hoping for dry weather. Maybe we can check the settings, see if it is set to dry any. Let's have a look. So where weather, just have a look. Weather dry, so okay, perfect. So I will have my phone on at all times for the comments to come up. Hey Ed, how are you doing today? And yeah guys, so this is my first time doing comms in about 18 months, so go easy on me, but it's something I love. Right now I'm gonna go into Discord and just have a look at the standings, get an idea of who to look out for. I mean, wow, the runaway leader being Bab, who is racing for Alpine, so I'm not quite sure who that is. My apologies guys, I will get used to the names. If anyone can help me out, that would be great. So Bab in first with 181 points. Then Jack Dorr in Mercedes, second with 81 points. Chopman in the Aston Martin, I'm going to say, third with 60 points. And there's a nice little battle for third going into the last few rounds of the season. Eddie Dust on 57 points in the Kick Sauber. Venom in the, I want to say Ferrari with Venom. I know Venom was having some lagging issues earlier, so hopefully he'll be joining us. And Mercedes on 48. So Jack Dorr, I was told this was round 9 because of the issues with Kota. This is basically coming up as round 9. If I'm wrong, let me know, but I've been told round 9 because Kota's being redone in a couple of weeks. But yeah, action throughout the grid, and hopefully we will see some good clean racing here. So let's keep this going. Thank you so much, Ed. I really appreciate that. Seeing your comment on the stream. Like I said, my comments section will be up all race. Now, a little bit about Interlagos. I mean, besides the fact that it's been around forever and should be around forever, it's one of the, for me, it's one of the classics. Want to say 17 corners? I might be wrong on that. I'm going to check some facts on it. Obviously, it has had some very big moments here. For me personally, being kind of a proud Bret, Lewis Hamilton clinching his first world title here in controversial circumstances back in 2008. Key parts here, obviously this track has 2 DRS straights, basically sectors 1 and sector 3 are flat out full pace. So the trick here being finding that setup that is going to not leave you dragging your boots throughout and 3, but having enough downforce to be able to do sector 2. It's a really fine balance, and I personally feel you have to prioritize one or the other. So yeah, this has been a regular on the calendar ever since the 70s. It is a 4.3 kilometer track, looking at times hopefully in the high 60s, like 69 second laps, and as inaugurated in May 1940. It has taken on a few changes in the time, but yeah, it was originally designed in 1940. What else? We have got 15 turns, wasn't far off, so 15 turns around this 2.67 mile circuit. It has been known under so many different names and hosted so many different types of races, including Formula 1. So yeah, it's a track good for everything. I'm personally looking forward to getting commentary going on this. We should be getting going in a couple of minutes, hopefully. Looking like we've got about 13 drivers in at the moment. Hoping everyone can hear me okay and there's no issues with my stream. I know I've got quite a few people on low status, so I'm going to be trying to get a LAN cable over the next week or so to ensure that my connection is a bit steadier. But it is good enough for me to stream normally. So let's see how it goes. We'll be getting going very shortly, and I'm just going to take a couple of minute break to have a drink and make another drink. Also, massive thank you to the admins here for getting me involved. I'm really happy to be getting back into this, and thank you guys for taking a chance on me. I hope I do you and the league justice. Guys, if any racers are watching the stream and your names aren't kind of obvious, just let me know who you are. That would be fantastic. I've had Mercedes in the chat, but I don't actually know who you are. Samtrika, you are in the Scuderia Ferrari. Okay, perfect. And you're Mercedes. Yep, okay, perfect. So I know who to check out for. I was actually looking at the Mercedes drivers there for a sec. So, and thank you. I will have fun with commentary sometimes, especially in my when I am not great. I'm definitely no esports driver, but there were times I preferred commentating to racing, the action. So yeah, let's see how it goes. But this is not about me. Might be my return comes, but this is not about me. Looking forward to commentating on some amazing action tonight. Over these 18 minutes of qualifying and 36 laps of racing. Just another thing, viewers, if you do have anyone that you particularly are rooting for or want to see more of in my streams, please do let me know. Like I said, my comments section will be open at all times and I will do my best. I do try to focus on the action throughout the field. As one person can be a bit difficult, but I think I'm pretty good at it, so we will see. I'll try and give everyone their time. Just please don't run away, leader. No, just kidding. Okay, looking forward to us running up. We have got 13 drivers on the grid at the moment, but we still have 18 minutes of qualifying left. Oh, someone has just dropped out. Not quite sure who that is. Now, let's take a quick look at the constructors. This could be fun. Aston, I've just seen your comment in the group chat, so thank you so much. And you're very welcome. Yes, somebody did leave, guys. I didn't catch who it was, I'm afraid. If you want to have a look at the stream. Thanks, guys. I do like to try and add a little bit of information. Yeah, I'm not just here to, talk about the action. I like to provide a little bit of buff, especially in the quieter times. I find it's really helpful with, safety cars or, qualifying. Okay, so where are we? I'm going to have a look at the constructor standings. Yeah. So Red Bull, 182 points, out in the lead. Mercedes second with 117 points. Aston Martin third on 101. Ferrari with 97. Sauber 82. Haas 50. Alpine 48. Red Bull 36. Sorry, Racing Bull. So that's going to be basically old Toro Rosso. Okay, cool. We don't see any drivers from that league, from that team today. Red Bull with 36 points. Sorry. Williams with 36 points and McLaren with 26 points. I'm sure JP is going to be wanting to get some more points on board for the Papaya team, who, well, let's see what this weekend brings. Could be sealing their first Constructors title in, what is it, something like 28 years? I think 1997 was the last time, when the pair of Mika Hakkinen and David Coulthard brought it home ahead of the Ferraris. And yeah, we'll get going. Where am I? Perfect. Gags is back. This is what I like about short qualifying, is that people can join in the quali, and you know, if needs must. I have also shared this stream on my socials, and I'm really, and if there are any friends who are looking to get into league racing and you like what you see here, give me a shout out, give me a heads up, and who knows, maybe I'll be commentating on you again sometime in the near future. Yeah, my online presence started in about 2020. I think that was the case for a lot of us. With the pandemic, I see we're slowly filling up with drivers, which is fantastic. But yeah, that's when I started and have made some amazing friends along the way. 4 years later, still in touch with them, and still some pretty good racers. So yeah, if anyone is seeing this thinking, oh, let's give it a try, let's see, maybe we can add something to the league, let me know, and I'll happily drop you an invite on the Discord. Right guys, I am just going to wait for the lobby to fill up. We're going to take a couple of minutes of my gob shot. I'm sure, trust me, by the end of this you'll be like, seriously, does he ever stop talking? The answer to that is no. I'm Murray Walker. For any of you who know, who are kind of like, I'm 38, so any of you who are a bit old school, watched Formula 1 in the 90s and the noughties. I never thought I could be a Formula 1 racing driver, but definitely a commentator. And Murray Walker was my idol, like, in terms of comms. I just thought he was so raw, and yeah, him, and more recently, having watched other stuff, James Hunt, I love the profanity in him. So yeah, mine kind of is somewhere in between that. We are now readying up for qualifying. It is going to be a clear race. It is no wet weather. That was in the settings, so fantastic. I mean, it just gives more action. I know Ayrton Senna said, you know, it puts all the cars on the same level, but you know, this is equal performance, so the cars are already on the same level. And I think in this way, you know, you get a lot more overtakes, less mistakes. I think most drivers on this game are more comfortable in the drive than the wet. I am, but I do reign supreme in the rain. So yes, we will see. Interlagos, not a track to do in the rain. Not a track to do in the rain, because you need that speed down the straights. Even in the rain, you need that speed down the straights. So let's get some graphics up. And 18 minutes of qualifying. Don't want that. We want best. Okay. This is actually the first time I've done comms on this game. So let's see. We've got lap data. So who is going to be the first out? So the first out driver is a Ferrari. That's going to be Mercedes. Oh, nope, am I wrong? Is there another Ferrari? Or am I going crazy and it's just not... There he is. Okay, perfect. This is the one track. The one thing I will say about Interlagos, this is the one track I hate the pit exit. The amount of times I've done it into the wall, this is the only track I will put the pit assist on for, because I hate it. It is such a long pit entry, and sorry, pit exit, it's like, and it's so, my language, so fucking tight. It's like, just no. This is the one track, like I said, I use pit assist on. Not for the speeding aspect, like, I try not to speed into the pits. I'm not one of these that just, you know, smashes it into the pits and rock solids it and waits for it to slow me down. You know, I think that gives an unfair advantage. But yes, we are on board with, well, we are with Mercedes. We're going to put his, we're not going to put his lap data on, but yes, we will put his lap data on. We're going to get rid of that. And let's sit on board with the Ferrari driver. As he starts his lap now, he's already used 30%. Oh, a lock up into the first center rest, but nice and tight through there. Heading around turn 3. DRS open. And a 17.7 for sector 1. Really pushing that Ferrari to the limits. A little lock up there, but nothing that should have cost him too much time. Obviously, the later you can break, the longer. Oh, now that is a nice line there through turn 6 and 7, I want to say. But running very wide there. That's going to cost him a bit of time, but it will allow him an easier entry into turns 8 and 9. As we head down towards the end of sector 2, we've got a very slow moving Mercedes ahead. Excuse me. And that's going to come in at a 52.563. Nice line there, but that his exit, he was on the throttle a little bit after the apex, so that's going to cost him some time down this long straight as he goes into overtake mode, still with 33%. I definitely feel like there could be more there from Mercedes. Now, who is next? We've got Slipstreamers coming at 109 flat. And we'll watch the rest of the times coming in. I'm going to focus on the Haas of, Eden B, 108.499. That is setting the pace there. And, wow, CM Box 2 on the mediums. Now, on the mediums, a 108.2, that is... I mean, the mediums, I think, around this circuit are about 6 tenths of a lap slower. So that is an insane lap from the Red Bull driver. Could be getting some decent points here for them. As we see the tyres coming in thick and fast now. So, who is next? Let's get on board with the Mercedes of Rico Gracie. Nope, he is behind his teammate. Let's sit with Jack. Heading down towards... start finish line, and that is going to be a 108.993. Rico, however, set in provisional pole with a 108.1. What a lap there by the Mercedes driver. What a lap there. So who else have we got? We've got Slayer Hart. Sector 1 was an 18.0. Now, if I remember correctly, Mercedes, Martika, in the Ferrari was 17.78. It's about a quarter of a second down. 53.142 now. Still got 65% ERS. ERS. So let's sit on board with the Sauber driver. And as we head down towards... that is 9th for Slayer. Eddie Duff, where is he now? He's just starting his flying lap. So he's already used quite a lot of ERS. So where is this going to bring him out? 17.9. Not a bad first sector. Not a bad first sector from the Sauber driver. About a 10th up on his teammate, Slayer. Nice, and a little bit of a lock up, and that is on a little bit. That's going to cost him some time. So, going forward. And as we head down towards the end of Sector 2, what are we looking at for the Sauber driver? 53.315. Nice line there, but not hitting the apex as he might have hoped. Now coming down Sector 3, we're at 30% ERS. DRS open, go to the aggressive line, stick to the left hand side of the track, and we are looking at 110.015. Now we've got Simon. Is he on a lap? It looks like he is. Let's sit on board with Simon. He's going for another lap. Is he going to improve here? He was on a 109.96. Wow, 7 tenths of an improvement, pushing Simon up to 5th. on that. Now, we have got... I don't know why it won't let me go to the top, but here we go. We've got Trotman. Trotman. Let's see if Trotman's on our lap. Oh, and Card Elf JP has invalidated on his lap. I think that's the first person I've seen invalidate on their flying lap. But Trotman, where is he going to be at? Slamming that ERS. And it's going to be a 110-136. Gets him right back up to the pack. His first lap was a 121. I'm guessing there was some sort of mistake there. And I'm going to presume JP is going for another lap. So, like, my thing here with Interlagos, I think a lot of people make this mistake, forgive me, is that they utilise so much ERS. Oh no, he's coming in, he hasn't set a time and he is coming in. So for me, we've got Simon now, we've got Slipstream, he is on our lap. Let's watch Slipstream. He's coming down towards the end of Sector 1 and he is nearly a 10th up on his previous best. It looks like, oh, that was a good line through turn 5. Coming up the hill, the fast right-hander, one after the other, very tight, very nice. That was a very good line there. Oh, these are some good lines here from Slipstream. We're enjoying this. And that was smooth, looked like no lock up there as we come through to the end of Sector 2. I think this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Is he up? 0.6 of a second up and he's gone purple in Sector 2. Nissel's already, if he can just hold out, he's already drained his ERS, so this could compromise it in Sector 3. But where is this going to leave Slipstream? It's going to bring him up to third. Good luck there. Now we've got Eden B and Haas up on his Sector 1 time. Can he go better in Sector 2 as well? He's lost some time there. I don't see any improvement there. What about Mercedes? This is going to be... Yes, it's an improvement, but not in position. What about Rendog? Now, Rendog is coming around Sector 2, a 10th up on his first sector time. What can the Williams driver do here? It's a decent line. 4/10 up. Wow, that is good. Now, this could bring him up as high as 6, depending on what he's got left in the tank and how well he did in Sector 3 last time. 24%. He needs to start using that. Get it down. Get it out. And we're looking at 6th. Yep, 108.880. Slayer Hart has invalidated. Trotman is about to cross the line, but we'll be going in. Let's stick on board with the Aston Martin driver. Oh, that was a nice line, but that was an invalidation. I knew that was going to be tight. So who else have we got? We've got Rendog got invalidated. Boaks. It looks like Boaks might be on a flying lap. So let's sit on board with the Williams driver, shall we? Nope, he is not on a flying lap. He must be on an end lap. So Jack. What about Jack? Jack looks like he's on one. Yep, he looks like he's going for... So let's sit on board with the Mercedes driver. Nice line there. Could have got a bit... Oh, that's going to be an invalidation. Yep. That's the thing with those fast right-handers is if you can't tuck into the corner there, you're running wide and it's going to take a lot of correction to run that back. What about Slayer Hart? I can't tell if this is a fast lap or not. Let's see if I can... I can't change my view, can I? I can't get a quick pit view, unfortunately. I could have a look if he's up or down, but... let's sit on board. Let's see what his second sector time is. It's going to be in the 53s, 52s, and he's half second up. Nice. This could potentially propel him as high as 5th. That is maybe 6th, but that is how close it is. He lost a lot of time there in Sector 3. He was running low on ERS, and I think this is the thing for me. It's like, don't use your ERS up in the build-up lap. Use it on your fly-in. So the run down to turn 1 is so short. If you use it through the flying lap. Oh, and ZM Boxu has got a first driver to go under 108 with a 107.91. but I would have expected better. He did 108.2 on the mediums. The track is warming up. It is getting harder. It is getting more grip to it, and with that comes faster times. It's just natural in qualifying. So that surprises me. Maybe CX Embo was holding back a bit. But let's stay on board with Gags. Gags in the Alpine. Now, Alpine, are my favourite team, so I'm going to be rooting for them today. Not because of Pierre or Ocon, because of some of their academy drivers. Really looking forward to seeing Jack doing competing with Abby tomorrow. But more so than that, the other drivers have got like Abby Pullen, who's just won her Triple World Championship, who's just won her championship in the women's section, and Gags up to 4th, right behind his teammate on a 108.484, repping the Alpines well there. Now Simon is going to be going for another lap, so how about, well, we've got an invalidation there. Boaks is on a lap, but he's not on a lap. We've got Slayer Hart on a lap. He is up, but I don't see him improving with 25% ERS, so let's sit on board with Simon. Oh, that was an amazing save by Simon there. He got on the curb, he slid out a bit. Is that going to cost him some time? He's got enough ERS here to potentially make up for it in sectors 2 and 3. But half a second down, that is going to be hard to recover from. I'm looking for a team. He's invalidated. So let's have a look. Any more action? Oh, Slate up. Wow. And he's got a decent amount of ERS here. Not as much as one might hope, but he only needs to find a couple of attempts, and he could potentially be up like 3 or 4 places. So, what is Slayer Hart going to do here? He's going for it. I thought that was a very aggressive and nice line there. And he has improved. Wow, the gap between 7th and 11th is 59 thousandths of a second. This is going to be tight. I see some very good battles coming. Now, Rico is behind Slipstream. Slipstream has invalidated now, so let's stick on board with Rico. He will be pushing. I'm sure he wants that pole position of the clean part of the track. What can the Mercedes driver do now? That is a beautiful line, and he held off, but that is definitely a lock up there, and that's going to cost him some time. Let's see. That's a good line through the fast right hander. Beautiful line there. Let's sit on board with the Mercedes driver. What has he got in the tank? What has Rico got in the tank? He is 1/10 up. Oh, now that is going to have hurt him. He's low on ERS. Is he going to improve? I guess is the question now for me, because that was a lock-up without much ERS left. And he does, but not enough. What about Eden B? What can Eden B do now? He was down, so I think he's going to be rebuilding his battery for another Lakota. We've got the Ferrari here, who goes of Mercedes, 3/10 up, and just 14,000 behind the Alpine of Slipstream. Now, Jack Do, half a second down in his first sector. Rendog has... What about Trotman? Let's have a look. Oh, that's an invalidation there. So Rico building his energy back up. Edin will be going for it shortly, I'm sure. No, he's coming back in. He's going to get a set of tyres on and go for it one more time. What about Jack? What is Jack? Jack, is he on a lap? He is, but he is not going to improve. Rendog is going to go for another lap. Let's sit on board with the Williams driver. We've got 3 minutes left of this session. A lock up into turn 1 now. That is going to cost him some time, and he slid as well. That is going to cost him a decent amount of time there. And sorry, yep, that's an invalidation. So I think he kind of banked it on that lap. Now we've got out laps. We've got a few out laps here. Trotman will be going for a lap. So let's sit on board with Trotman. 2 Aston Martins racing. We've got 14 drivers racing today. 14 drivers. Let's see. We're coming into the last few minutes. And that's a lock up into turn 1, but let's see his exit out of turn 2. That was actually pretty good. That was pretty good. A wide line there through turn 3, coming down towards turn 4 and the end of sector 1. It's 4 attempts up for the Aston Martin driver, holding it together. Bit of correction, that is going to cost him some time, not being able to take the aggressive line through turn 5 as we head up towards turn 6. Nice slide there, tight to the curb. Very nice. Rico Gracie has got a 107.999, so he was going for another lap. But I think that's going to be it for him. I don't think he's going to get back out. Not in time. What about... Oh, that was close, but he's half a second up drop now. Now, he's got 37% ERS left. Smash the crap out of that, and let's see if he can get up towards the Saubers of Eddie and Slayer. Nice lines there, and Trotman, a 109.549, just a 10th off. So who else can we watch? Let's have a look here. So we've got Slipstream. Let's watch Slipstream. Sector 2, 56 seconds to go, 21% ERS. Ooh. He is going to need a phenomenal sector 2 here because he's very low on ERS. He's 25,000. I don't see him improving. Card Elf JP has just gone 4th with a 108.3, but then so has Rendog gone 4th with a 108.296. This is close. I want to sit on board with Edin. CM is up. He's 1/10 up to 17.354. What can Edin do? Edin being probably the serious challenger here to CM. Rico Gracie is in the pits. He ain't going to be getting out for another lap. What can Edin do? He's already used a lot of ERS, but 17.2. He's 2 tenths down on CM. What can CM do through sector 2? Is he going to improve? And that Max Verstappen Red Bull. Max Verstappen. A quarter of a second up. I'm sure CM is going to improve here. I guess the question for Edit, is he going to be able to snatch second from Rico? Rico is in the pits. Rendog won't be going for another lap. Nope. Card Elf is not either, so let's stick on board with Edin. He is down on his time, so Slipstream, where are you? You have spun. Jack, what about you? You're 3 tenths up going into sector 3. Are you going to be able to pull off 6th place for the Mercedes driver? Boaks, 47,000 up on his sector 1 time. What can the Williams driver do here? 2 tenths up now. He doesn't have much in the tank in terms of ERS, but he will be the last driver to cross the line. Slipstream not on an improving lap. He did spin out. So what can the Williams driver do? Can he move up? He needs 4 tenths. No, he can't. He does improve on his time, but stays 10th. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, that is qualifying wrapped up, and we have got our grid for the race, which is going to be CXMBO Boxstew in pole, Rico in second, 3.5 tenths behind the Red Bull driver, Aiden B in third, Rendog 4th, Card Elf 5th, JP, Jack in 6th, Mercedes in 7th, Slipstream in 8th, Gags in 9th, Boaks in 10th, Simon in 11th, Slayer Hart in 12th, Eddie in 13th, and rounding off this 14-man grid is Truckman in the Aston Martin. So it looks like there are going to be some decent battles throughout the field. I mean, I'm looking here, and the gap between 6th and 9th is 60 thousandths of a second, 600ths of a second. And that was a very good lap from you. That was a very good lap. I think if you'd had more in the tank for sector 3, that could have been a P2. Unfortunately, but some good pace there to take third in the Haas. And yeah, looking like some good battles up and down the field. Rendog and Cardelf just 25,000 separated, a 10th of a second separating 5th and 6th, a 10th of a second separating 6th and 9th, or less than. The Aston Martin of Simon and Slayer Hart, some good battles there. And Yeah, guys, I'm going to ask whilst we are on a little intermission. Are my levels okay? I know the cars are quiet, but it's so my voice isn't. Are the levels okay in terms of where we're at in terms of my gob against the cars? Okay. Right. I am now going to get grab my bottle of vodka. And we will be getting going shortly for this 50% race here at Interlagos. Guys, quick question. Is there a formation lap? Please do let me know. And I'm just going to check the Discord now. Have a look at the chat. Where are we? Thank you so much, JTP. I've just seen your comment. So thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying my comms. So we're going to be getting going in 3 minutes with no formation lap. So right off the grid. Can't wait. I'm seeing some good battles here, JP. So come on, what's your prediction? Where are you going to finish? Are you going to finish? Yeah, guys, let me know what you think of the track. If you think who's going to win it, who's going to be driver of the day. Yeah, give me some. Let me know what you're thinking. Excuse me. Well, JP, that's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you're probably going to DNF, then you will DNF. Think positively, you know. Thinking positively. Right, where is my chat? Oh, I've already got 2 likes. I'm going to take that. Where's my live chat? Sorry, I've lost my chat, guys. My apologies. I'm just looking for it. Here we go. Okay. Thank you so much, Jack. So, Ed hates this track. He's qualified 3rd. He hates this track. I've actually seen a lot of people saying in the Discord today, Ed, that they're not favourable on this track. I don't understand it personally. I mean, in this game, I do struggle a little bit with it. I definitely preferred it on 23 and 22. I don't know why, but I did. However, for me, it's legendary. I mean, yeah, just Interlagos is so full of history. It's so rich with history, and it's. I mean, besides Spa-Francorchamps, it's probably the one track I would love to visit in my life. So Ed's saying he needs 3 sets of hards. This could be interesting. I think you only get 1, but the mediums are still pretty good around here. Just be careful about locking up. Obviously, locking up will, you know, flat spot your tyres. I don't know if you use that assist. I don't know what assist people are using here, but for me, yeah, just, you know, remember, tyre preservation is key. You know, an 18-second pit stop is very hard to recover from. Better to finish, say, 5th with having to tyre manage than 7th pushing. So okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be getting going very shortly here at Interlagos. 36 laps of fast-paced action, 2 DRS straights, Sector 3 and Sector 1 basically, which will require really good management of ERS for those defending, but sensible use of those overtaking, because, you know, for me, I think turn 4 is key. Getting it down into turn 4, especially if you're running a higher downforce setup, because then you can pull away, hopefully, and have that second gap before you hit Sector 3. That, I think, is where it's key. And we're going to get going. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see as we start round 9 here at Interlagos. Sitting on board with Rico, going into turn 1. There's a lock-up from the Red Bull. The House of Edin is up to second. Everyone safely through turn 1 and 2. Excellent, no collisions. And we head down towards turn 4 here with Rico looking up the inside of Edin. And he gets the move done. Now, was that wing or was that... Oh, I'm seeing lots of things flying here. I'm hoping they're not wings. No. A lock up there from the Red Bull driver. Is that going to allow Rico to close in? Oh, on the 24 game, it is only 1 lap before DRS is activated. I do kind of like that. I know that's real life now, but I do like that. Gives more action. So, really have to go for it. It was really is about, you know, making sure you don't fall short in that first lap rather than blitzing your battery in the first 3. Oh, hello, the Williams driver of Rendog with Edin. Edin is ghosting. Has Edin disconnected? I hope not. But the Williams now up to P3. And he's got Rico right behind him. Rico has been smashing his ERS here to keep up with CM. But he has, and now he's going to have the DRS on him. Very similar levels here. Now Rico will not be needing it. We have got a caution in sector 1. There's a McLaren off, and that is going to be JP. JP down to 13th position along with Mercedes. Let's have a look at the position changes. We've got JP down 8 places, Mercedes down 7, Edin down 4. I think he's ghosting. I think maybe he's having connection issues. We've got Gags up 4 places in the Alpine. His teammate up 2. We're occupying 5th and 6th for the Alpine drivers. But the gap, oh wow, Rendogger's got some defending to do now. But Rico sticking with CM. He has got some really good ERS here. They're both at similar levels. What tyres are we on? Now, Rico's gone aggressive. He's gone on the softs. Most drivers have gone on the mediums. But for me, soft medium here is the right strategy. You don't need to go. And with Interlagos, I find a high chance of safety car. Now, can CM, he's going to have DRS. They've both got similar levels. Can he get the move on? What an angle. He goes around the outside. Is he going to hold it? No, he's not. And that is definitely going to be track limits there. That is definitely going to be track limits. Look at this. There's toe to toe, side to side. And Rico is the first one to give up. I think that was sensible. Gags is up to 3rd. Jack and Gags are battling hard here. Let's watch this battle. Wow. Top man with a 3-second penalty. The first driver here. We've got 2 drivers in the pits. Oh, and there's contact there between Gags and Jack, which allows Rendog to get through. Now I am sure Gags is going to be struggling for a front wing there. What happened to Jack? He's dropped a few places. Let's see. Let's hope he doesn't have contact. But what about Gags? Is he going to be pitting now? No, he's not, so I'm guessing that was limited down. I think that was lucky for Gags, but Rendog then taking it, and Rico retaking the lead from CX Embo. Now, what other battles? We've got a really good battle here shaping up for 3rd. We've got the 2 Alpines right behind the Williams driver. Holding formation there. The other Williams are boats closing in as well. We got a nice DRS train from 3rd down to 8th. Wow, I love this aerial view. I mean, going around that corner is just... Oh wow! Now that was an aggressive move there from Slipstream on Gags. That was aggressive. Teammate to teammate. I thought that was a little bit... Oh, and coming back, we've got the Williams looking to go for the move as well. Will the Alpine hold his position in 5th? Yes, he will, but the Mercedes of Jack was compromised there by Boaks' exit. Can Jack now reclaim that position and get back up to 6th? It's going to be tight, but We've got a nice battle shaping up for 11th. Mercedes has got past Trotman. But can Trotman come back at him? Let's have a look. Yes, he can. Will Mercedes be able to come back? Trotman on the soft and Mercedes on the mediums. Looks to the outside and gets the move done. Nice line there. Nice line and keeps it within track limits. That was a good move there. Let's get back to, we've got Edin now. I'm wondering, can Edin close the gap? He qualified third, hates the track and disconnected, which is super unfortunate. But he did start on the mediums. Now, I'm going to watch, see what can CM. Let's have a look at these levels here. Both Rico and CX have got very high levels of ERS here, which is going to make for a very interesting battle. Is CX going to get moved done before turn one? It looks like he's going around the outside. And yes, he does get that move done. Will this allow Rico to get straight back in? A slight rock up from CX. And Rico still holding his worth in that Mercedes. He's going to have DRS. He's got 46% and he moves to the inside. Is he going to get this move done? Lewis on Max. Looks like he's run a bit wide. He is conserving now. Is he going to keep it? Yes, he does. He does take that lead. Now, let's have a look. Again, oh wow, some very aggressive battling here between the two Alpine drivers who are looking at picking up some decent constructor points here. But, oh wow! Slipstream was on a compromised line there and Gags had to back out of an overtake. I think that would have been some colossal damage there had the two Alpines come together. Oh wow, and sorry, I thought I saw, what was that I saw? Jack Dorr just coming straight through there. He's come through up to 5th. He is getting back these positions. And what about Edin? Edin is on the back. He's going to be in DRS range of Simon in the Aston Martin. Let's see what he can get done here. He's only got about 44% DRS and he is lagging. I can see that in his car movements. But he's going for it. He is really going for it. He wants this position. He has drained his battery. Will he have a chance to recuperate? Okay, so where we've got Trotman in the pits. He's been after just Trotman has retired from the race, unfortunately, but his car is coming back on track. Let's hope this does not bring out a safety car. Where are we? What battles have we got going on? We've got a decent battle here. I'm going to stick with this battle between Simon and Edin B. Edin B qualified first, lagged out. He's now stuck behind. He's now behind this Aston Martin. Both are mediums. And can Edin? This is one of the things I actually love about this game is the recovery for ERS. I love the multi-option. I think that's what makes it probably one of the better games since 2020. But he's now in overtake. He is in overtake. And can Edin get this move done? This is it. Rico has pulled out a 1.3 second gap on CM. Edin moves to the inside and he gets the move done on the Aston Martin driver. Next up being Boakes, just 1.4 seconds down. Still a DRS train between 3rd and 7th. But this is what I'm watching. I'm seeing a locking up Red Bull and Rico 7 laps into his 8 laps. This is being the 8th lap, so 7 laps in, pulling a gap out and outboxing, out DRSing out of DRS, but CX is coming back. He is saving here, but has he saved too much? He had that 1.3 seconds. Was that the time to push? I feel like it was, with 2 sectors basically being DRS trained. I really feel like now CX has got that opportunity and his tyres are going to be, I think the delta movement has come now, in the sense of the softs are going to be wearing off and the mediums are going to be the preem tyre. So, let's see. We have got a battle developing at 13th on the grid. 12th and 13th, I've got JP just behind Slayerheart. I do want to tune into that one after this battle. But the battle for 3rd is hopping up. I mean, wow, there's 6/10 between 3rd and 5th. This is cray. But, yep, Rico does hold off. So let's watch this battle for 3rd. Between... Oh, there's contact there between the Williams and the Mercedes of Jack. That was an amazing save there by Rendog. I thought that was going to end up in the barrier. The Alpine driver looking on the inside, that being Gags. No penalties yet. Besides Trotman, who has retired in the pits. That's a very wide running from Rendog. Jack and Gags are through. But, oh, excuse me. We've got CM. Oh, they've both got serious amounts of ERS built up, but 100% for CXM. I'm starting to think, is it time to get off those softs for Rico and getting onto the hards? He thinks not. He's going to hold the inside line, but CX just... Oh, no. Both locking up into turn 1, but a better line for CXM, Bo. And we get in that position on the Alpine of Gags up to 3rd. Now that is definitely track limits. That will be a track limit warning without a doubt. But sometimes you kind of have to think about it. So oh wow, look at this train. I mean, this train is now going back to 7th. Edding has caught up. Edding regaining that form after the lag, and he has caught up to this DRS train. A superb performance by the Haas driver. This, for me, driver of the day right now. Qualified 3rd, hates the track, and having dropped all the way down the field because of a lag issue up to 7th, having caught up to this DRS train. An amazing performance by the Haas driver. However, go Alpine. Sorry. So, we've got a 7-second gap there between Gags and Rico. Rico has now slipped into 2nd, but he's going to have DRS. Both of the drivers with healthy amounts of DRS in reserve. What's the turn point? Is Rico thinking about it? Oh, they both brake late. There's a lot of lock up there. Is Rico going to get this move done? I see JP. Oh, hello. Let's sit on board. And yes, Rico gets that move done on CXMbo. So, where else are we? I want to watch this battle here for Tim, Folks and Eddie. I see Mercedes has overtaken Simon for 8th place. And, oh, that surprised me that I thought the Sauber might make the move there. But, right. This is going to be a very big DRS train behind Jack. Jack now in 3rd, 7.8 seconds behind CXMbo. And the DRS train now is down to 9th. I mean, let's look at the, not the interval, but the lead. 3rd through to 9th is 2.3 seconds. This is crazy. 12 laps, nearly 12 laps into the race. A lot of drivers. Oh, Slipstream get out of sorts coming through that first turn into sector 3. Have we got drivers starting a pit? No, we have not. But look at that line ahead. Who was that? I want to say that was Gags. A very aggressive quality line there on Jackdaw. That was fantastic. So. Rico! Now that is devastating because this has been such a good battle for first. Rico has got no option. He needs to go for the undercut. And pray to God he can now bring out that difference. Unfortunately, I'm not one of these commentators that looks at warnings, so I'm not about to tell any information regarding warnings because I don't believe in insider trading. But Rico now needs to get into that pit. He needs to get on a set of hards. But continue going. So where are we at? Gags is now opening up actually a decent lead. up 6 places on his original starting place. Started in 9th, he's up to 3rd, and the Alpine driver is doing the team proud. Most interesting, they're closing the gap to the leaders. It was in the high 7s, it's now in the low 6s. This is... Could we see a battle later here? Because Rico is going to be on some heavily worn softs. Like, I would imagine about 50% right now. And I want to compare times, to be fair. Where are we at Sector T for Rico? With DRS as well. 55.1. Let's have a look at Gags. Where is he? Loving the action. 55. So about quid pro quo. 54.9. But Rico has had DRS. Gags hasn't. This is some very strong. And Gags has broken the DRS slipstream. I don't think Jax has it. So Gags on his way. He's demolished his DRS, but. Can Ren get past? Not just Ren, but Edin as well. Edin has spun and he's taken Jack with him. Oh my god, no. Oh my god, that is heartbreak for the Mercedes driver. Edin made a very good move. It was definitely not a dive, but he did not hold it through turn 2. He got on a curb out of turn 1 and that spun right into the line of Jack. Unlucky for the Mercedes driver. Now Gags 5.9. Rico is deteriorating. He needs to. I'm interested to see what Rico's choice is going to be. Right now on track he's 4.3 seconds behind CX Embo in terms of penalties as well. What is his plan? Medium or hard? If medium, even if hard, definitely hard. Go. He needs to get in that pit now, but he's still out. He's doing soft medium. He's definitely doing soft medium. We've got a penalty there for JP. 3 seconds. But he is past Boaks. He's gradually climbing up the table. I think... I'm curious as to what the tyre wear on the hards is like, if I'm completely honest. But we've got Edin and... Mercedes is back up to 5th. This is a fantastic drive from the Scuderia driver. Jack's still out. Jack did not pit, so I'm glad he didn't pick up damage, but I did think he did. So glad to see it. Edin up to 3rd. We've got 6.2 seconds between Gags and Rico, but Rico does have that 3-second penalty, so that's 6.2, 3.2. And the last thing we want here is a safety car. I'm wondering, when is the Mercedes driver going to pull the trigger and look at changing onto that soft tyre. Sorry, not the soft, the medium tyre. So we're 15 laps in now, guys. 21 laps to go. And the standings are... Oh, wow, this is in... Okay, so Rico and CXM boxing, so that he's going to be going on to the hards. There's no way he's looking to make those last 21 laps. Rico, is he going on to the mediums? That's what I want to know. What is Rico doing here? Let's have a look. Tyre. Rico onto the mediums. He's going aggressive, but they're going to be able to do it. I really feel like they're going to be able to do it. I mean, heavy fuel loads. They've done 16 laps. They're definitely going to be able to do it. So now we've got a decent battle for 2nd here. We've got Mercedes past Edin. What happened there? I think the Ferrari driver had an issue there, because he was comfortably ahead and then 7 tenths behind. So I don't know what happened there, but there's a decent battle here on for 4th between Slipstream and Simon. I think this right now is the 2nd hottest battle on track between Boaks, who's got past card out of, sorry, JP, and that's for 11th place. Now forgive me guys, I don't know if it's the top 10 in terms of points payouts. Forgive me, I didn't check. But we've got 2 penalties in Rico and in Cardelf. Eddie is now pitting in the Sauber, but Oh, we've got Edin and... Oh, is Mercedes going to have the move done? Yes, he is. Now, these drivers have yet to appear. That is the key here. Let's have a look at the gap to the leader. See now. Oh, wow. We've got Rico 1.6 seconds behind CXMBO, but he is on the faster tyre. When that delta wears off, he's gonna struggle. But right now, 9 seconds ahead of Rendog in the Williams. So I think there's this cushion now. I think a typical pit stop in Interlagos is about 19 to 20 seconds lost. So are these drivers on the mediums waiting to see if safety car comes? I think if they are, it doesn't look like they are. They're just going late and allow some hard... Oh, that was an aggressive line there from Mercedes, but Gags continues. I think he's looking at the medium soft option. Rico said it in the fastest up there. That is not a surprise. Where are we at? 1.2 seconds behind CXMBO. Now, the hard part here is going to be for him getting past him and getting that 3 seconds. We can't assume a driver's going to make a mistake. And CXMBO seems to be doing a stellar job here on those hards. Well, I don't know what happened to Jack Dorr there, but he has just dropped in between his teammate and CXMBO. So, will the Mercedes driver do the right thing here and get out of the way for his teammate? Yes, he does. That was a good option. Now, the gap between Rico and CXMBO didn't alter that much, which is really good. And I think long term, if we're thinking about constructors, that was a very good option there by Jack, because he's still going to pick up the troll. Is he looking to go medium soft? That's my question, because that will put him up for fastest lap contention. But how much time is it going to cost him? I mean, right now he's only 10 seconds ahead of Rendog, and Rendog is closing every lap. So we've got a nice battle here for 6th place, Edin and Mercedes. I think this is going to be a battle to the end of the race. These drivers seem to be on a very even par. Edin on the mediums. This is going to be kind of like a CXMBO Rico battle, because Rico is closing in on CXMBO, but he's got that 3 second penalty. So let's see. Now I'm going to switch back to interval. So yeah, 6. We've got Edin really putting out the stops here on Martica. Still only one retirement, no safety cars, loving this. We've got Slayer Hart picking up his first 3 second penalty. He is 22 seconds down on JP, but JP is yet to stop. Sorry, JP has stopped, but is he going to run those hards for 32 laps? Is the question. Now, Edin has just gone purple in sector 2. Now, I want to stick on board to see if he sets the fastest lap here. I think he's going to, yeah. A 110 flat. That's a good one. Now, Rico's got past CXMBO. Now, the question is, can he stretch it? He needs to stretch it. He needs to go. We've got a McLaren in the pits. JP is retiring. That is unfortunate. But at least it's in the pits. That's good. Clean racing is always a priority here in any league racing, because let's face it, smash into a wall, it brings out a safety car, and driver's races are screwed. But I'm really interested now. Rico needs to get a move on. He needs to slam that ERS, and he needs to get out of CXMBO's... Get CXMBO out of DRS. If he can, he's got that pace. He's showing it. But he needs to smash everything he's got. He is conserving right now. Sector 2 is the sector 2, but I think they're both running very low downforce. So it is a case of finding where can he get that on CXMBO, because CXMBO is not going to give us up to him. He knows he's on the slow tire. There will be a transition, but They are both closing on Gags. Gags is going long. Gags is going medium soft. He wants that fastest lap. And right now, I think he's going to come out in about 8th. Let's have a look. I think maybe not even 8th, maybe 7th. It's going to be tight, but drivers now starting to pick up more penalties. For me, I will not check penalties. I'm not checking warnings. We don't know how many. We've got 2 drivers yet to pit in Jackdaw and Gags. When is Gags going to pit? I feel like Gags needs to get in that pit quickly, because the next lap he's going to have 2 very fast drivers on his back. He's going to come out, in my eyes, just ahead of his teammate in 8th. He'll be on the softs, so he will more likely get the fastest lap. But why leave it so late? The drivers earlier on were going 15 laps on the softs, with 14 laps to go. He is going for that fastest lap, but at what compromise? He needs to get this done. What, out of my curiosity, Jack has gone onto the softs. He is now going to come out in 11th, but he is on the softs. So, for me, it's going to be tilted out, because the thing is, Gags has been fast, Jack has been fast. How much more of this race is Gags going to compromise to get that fastest lap? I really feel like his time is now. He needs to pit, or he's going to get involved in this battle for first, and that is not the place to be. Does he pit? Yes, he does. He gets out the way of it. That's good. Now Rico needs to get a move on. Slayer Hart picking up another 3-second penalty. We will be checking penalties later on in the race. I don't like to check them too much. But with just 13 laps to go, no safety cars, some fantastic racing here. One thing I do want to switch is that. Worried about us. We've got Simon and Slipstream. Now, I'm interested to see where Gags comes out. I want to see where he comes out in the Alpine. Not because it's Alpine, but he's going to be on the softs. He's going to be ahead of Jack. Jack is going to have traffic to navigate. Oh, now that was contact with a barrier there. I want to see his wing. Has he got wing damage? No, his damn plates are still there. Okay, good. But that was... Now, he's come out in 6th. Fantastic. He's come out ahead of his team. What's happened to Slipstream? Slipstream has dropped several places there. I'm guessing there must have been contact between him and Simon. But Gags has come out in 6th. He has got 2 seconds to Mercedes and another 2 seconds to Rendog. Where can he finish him? Gags, I see him being on for a podium. I see him being on for a 3rd. He's got the softs. The gap to the leader is 4.4 seconds. About 4.5 seconds, and he's got 12 laps to close it. Now, for me, I really want to sit on with this lap. I want to see what can Gags do. There's a really good battle going on for first, but I want to see what it's going to be. He's not even gone purple. He's not even improved in sector 1. Now we've got a spin out of turn 2. I want to say that's Boaks. Boaks has spun out of turn 2, drop into 11th. Slipstream has now overtaken them. The thing is, I've always found the second lap of your tyres, especially on the softs, to be the one to go for it. Is he? So he's 8/10ths up. Now, fastest lap, let's have a look. That's going to bring him to about 109. He's going to probably be the first driver to go sub 109. Jack Edding currently has it, but it's going to go. Yep, cool. Fastest lap for Gags. So now he's got that. Focused on the race. He has got... Right now he is lapping the fastest laps of Mercedes in front of him and Rendog, who are battling hard, right as we can see, are about 1 second a lap slower. He has got what he needs. Rendog all over the place there, losing a serious amount of time to Mercedes, and Gags on the outside. Is he going to make the move here? Wow! And he picks up a 3 second penalty, and he locks up and spins out kind of turn 3. He did get the move done on Rendog. He did. However, that could have just cost him a podium. I feel like that was a good move, but was it needed? Is where I'm at. So, let's have a look. We're going to look at intervals. Because Gags has just gone from having no penalties to having one. So he's now got to gain about, instead of 4 seconds, 7 seconds over Edin. Edin being on the mediums as well, which are going to be wearing him well now. We're on with the battle for first now. Being CX Embo here, I am not pushing this. I don't need to. I am 2 tenths behind the driver with a 3 second penalty. He's going to have that information on his screen. He does not need to compromise anything here. Just sit. For me, I'm sitting behind this driver now because these lap tyres are now 10 laps old, and it is going to be, the crossover is going to be happening if it hasn't already. But Rico has not been able to drop CX Embo, and he needed to. Like, he's still got 60% ERS. For me, I'm surprised by that. Now, what decent about? I've got Rico picking up yet another 3 second penalty, and CX Embo just getting past him like he's not even there. So now, me being Rico on more worn mediums, I'm worried about Edin. Edin showed some serious pace earlier on. Now let's have a look at fastest laps. They're kind of quid pro quo here, but I do want to look at that. Oh, CX Embo's lost it! CX Embo's lost it, and Rico locked up. Now, wow. Has CX Embo got damage to that front wing? Let's have a look. It doesn't look like. I think that was fortunate, but wow, that was an unforced error. And Rico is now 7.3 seconds ahead of CX Embo. A costly mistake there from the Red Bull driver. Has this just cost him victory? Is the question. That is the question. He needs to find a second. So let's find out. Let's see what happens. But this race has just gone from being a prediction in that CX Embo did not need to push, and he spun. Now he needs to push. He's got 8 laps. He needs to find a second. Can the Red Bull driver do it to claim victory here in Interlagos? Edin only 3.5 seconds behind him as well. Now Edin is running very low. I'm not quite sure as to why CX Embo was saving there. He doesn't need to. He's got 78% battery. Edin on 11 does, but he's running medium, and then we've seen that he is. And CX Embo has just picked up a 3 second penalty push in. Wow. This has just gone from being predictable to wow to what. Let's see what happens here. We've got CX Embo has got 4.5 seconds to find in 8 laps. Can the Red Bull driver do it and claim victory here in Interlagos? What I do know is that Edin and Mercedes are closing in, and they do not have penalties. So could there be an upset here? Could either driver take a podium position? This is hot, and we've got Gags. Gags is closing as well. Gags is closing. He is closing very quickly up to third. And let's have a look at last lap. If that's an option, let's have a look. It used to be. I'm not sure if it is anymore. But no. So, unfortunately, I don't have that information available. However, this is shaping up to a very interesting last few laps here at Interlagos. Sorry guys, just taking a quick breather there. It's been 30 laps of constant action, which I am absolutely loving. It's, you know, we've got some great action here. So I hope you're enjoying the stream. I hope you're enjoying my commentary. I will be doing my best to do it weekly, every week on a Friday night at 8 PM. This has been some amazing action. I mean, for me, as a commentator, the last thing you want is a race with 3 or 4 safety cars. It gets boring. But this has been some amazing, clean racing. Edin has pitted. Edin must have had damage. Now, the question here is, Edin, I think, is going to come out about 8th or 9th. That's where I'm about. Let's see. However, Gags, now, I think is super on for not just a podium here, but second. Let's have a look at times. I want to review times here. We've got 6MBO, who is still 6.8 seconds behind Rico. Rico right now really does have his race in the bag. It's funny how things can change super quickly. So, we're at 54 flat for CXMBO. And now Gags is at 54 too. And it, ooh, saves it out of turn 13. But that has cost him time and the advantage to Mercedes, who forget a podium could be on for second here. I mean, where are we at in terms of penalties now? Excuse me. Let's have a look at it. Well, 6 and 3 now. Rico is about 11 seconds ahead, so I think he's safe from Mercedes. But what a recovery drive from the Ferrari. Been some good driving here from Mercedes. Rico, could he be on for the victory here? I think it's right now. It's his to lose. We've got 5 laps to go. We're literally on the final 5 laps, and it's been constant action. Now, looking at the penalty situation, we've got penalties to the majority of drivers. The only ones that don't are Mercedes, are Eddie in 6th in the Sauber. Fantastic performance from the Sauber driver. Jack in the Mercedes in 8th. Ed in 9th in the Haas. Now, realistically, could Eddie? I'm kind of predicting 6th here for Edin. I'm predicting 6th here for Edin because he's going to be on fresh softs. He has to be on fresh softs. Yeah, he's on fresh softs. So he's right now about to get past Jack. In my eyes, I believe he's about to get past Jack and has got past Jack. He's then going to get Rendog into turn 1 on very 17 lap 1 hards, and now he needs to get 6 seconds. Can he do it? Yeah, absolutely. I do see this being the fastest lap, so I'm going to sit on board here. There aren't many battles here, so there's a battle for 8th, but I don't see between Ren and Jack. Not so much because Ren does have penalties, but Jack is going to take 8th without a doubt. I'm interested in seeing what Edin does here. I think this will be a fastest lap. I don't even think he needs to utilise too much ERS to get this lap done, but Edin's fastest lap right now, a 1:10.0, so he only needs to gain by 3 tenths, and he's there. But if he blitzes sector 3, this will be the fastest lap. Unless somebody else pits onto it, this is going to be the fastest lap for the Haas driver. Am I right? I'm right. Cool. Yep. 1.13. Now, what is the gap here to? So Simon's got 3 seconds of penalties. Let's not forget that. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. 8th. Ferrari having taken over an Alpine. Gags, that is Gags and Bogues. Boaks, sorry, was that Boaks that they were, I think that was Boaks. Okay, so Boaks, I think, getting out the way and incurring a 10-second penalty. So, I mean, good overlap drivers, lapping drivers should get out of the way. Very unfortunate for the Williams driver, but we are, let's have a look. What am I looking? I don't want fast lap, I want interval. So, where are we? Let's have a look at penalties as well. So this is getting really close here in that Mercedes is putting some decent times here. He's being very consistent. And we've got Williams in the pit. That's Boaks. He's going to be retired. Slay, we've got penalties for 3, 6, 7 of the remaining 11 drivers. So those drivers without, such as Mercedes, I mean, he's technically only a few seconds behind first. You know, he's 9.6, but first has got 6 seconds penalties. Second has got 3, and he is literally 0.6 of a second behind CXMBO. Will that spin from CXMBO earlier have cost him? Where are we at in terms of tyre? Now, Mercedes is on fresher hards, not much, only 2 laps. However, I'm looking at this battle here. Now, Eddie up to 5th. Eddie is up in 5th. He is on 17 lap old hards. You've got Eddie here, 2 places behind, a second behind. He does have DRS, so good. And we're looking at Simon to the inside. He can't make the move through turn 1, so on the outside for turn 2. And here comes Edin. He's got the DRS. He has got the ERS. He's going to blitz it. Is he going to take 5th? 2 places at once. On the inside, there's contact between him and the Sauber. But both staying on track. Let's get on board with Eddie. He's got the inside line going into the next turn. And he holds the place on that. This is fantastic driving from the Sauber driver. Just wow. I'm starting to see CXMBO closing in on Rico. But is it too little? Too late? He needs to gain 3 more seconds. We've got Mercedes a second he needs to gain on CXMBO for this last lap. But I'm sticking on board with this battle because this is a battle for position. This is Eddie holding off Edin. Can Eddie hold him off for 1 more lap? I don't see it happening. There is. He's recharging his battery. He's on medium. And here we go for the Haas driver up into 5th. Looks heavy, but no penalties there. And Edin up into 5th. A great recovery drive from the Haas driver. Wow. For me, I need to watch it. There's 0.8 of a second on track separating CXMBO to Mercedes. Another fantastic drive. Like, this has been pure. We are going to sit on board with Rico. He is going to win this race. Rico in the Mercedes is going to take the checkered flag. He has taken first. And we have got CXMBO and Martica, Mercedes, 0.6 off. Wow. Gags will pick up 4th. A fantastic drive from the Alpine driver. Edin will take 5th in the Haas. I don't know what's happened there, but it's saying that CXMBO has retired after crossing the line. If that's the case, CXMBO has just dropped out of the points. What's happened there? I'm not quite sure what's happened there. I'm going to wait for the official standings now because it's saying CXMBO has crashed and lost it. Driver of the day, Mercedes. Great drive, great recovery drive. It was a very devastating early on. What are the official standings? This is what I'm curious about now. So, we have definitely got Rico on the top step with his game. We've got a Ferrari in second, which will be Mercedes, and the Alpine in third. I don't understand what's happened here. I don't. Because CXMbo I thought he crossed the line. But that is that. Here are the official standings. Rico taking first in the Mercedes, i.e. S Martica taking second. Gags in the Alpine taking third. Edin with the fastest lap taking fourth. Eddie taking fifth. Simon in sixth. Jack Dorr in seventh in the Mercedes. Rendog in eighth. Slipstream in ninth. Slayer Hart in 10th. CM Box MG in 11th. Our non-finishers today being Bokes, JP and Trotman. Now guys, I will say this. It has been an absolute pleasure commentating for you tonight. This has been round 9 of the Breakers of the Late Breakers Club's season at Interlagos. It has been an absolute pleasure on my side, and I cannot wait for next week. I hope everyone has enjoyed it as much as I have, and I thank you all again for tuning in tonight. This is Pete W signing out, and guys, have a great weekend, have a safe weekend, have some great journeys on and off the track, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.